Kim Kardashian is getting exposed left and right, and the latest to drag her is none other than her ex-boyfriend, Pete Davidson, who is now speaking out on Kim's evil plan to ruin Kanye West.
I really wanted this to be like cleansing for me.
Cleansing how?
I feel like I got to speak about it in the biggest way possible.
Kim Kardashian is really going through a flop era right now, and as hard as she tries to stay relevant, it looks like nothing she does is working out in her favor. Besides getting dragged by fans on social media on a daily basis, Kim is now also getting exposed by her ex Pete Davidson, who even went as far as to admit he regrets the whole relationship with Kim. Pete recently broke his silence on being set up by Kim and said he's grateful he's no longer part of the Kardashians' inner circle because the Kardashian curse was really starting to affect him. Pete also feels that his beef with Kanye West was instigated by Kim because she allegedly wanted to ruin Kanye before he got a chance to speak out against the Kardashians and expose their dark secrets. However, Kim's plan obviously didn't work out because now that Pete and Kanye have both distanced themselves from Kim and her family, they're doing better than ever, while Kim is becoming less relevant by the day. But what exactly did Pete say about his relationship with Kim and Kim's alleged plan to ruin Kanye? Let's get into it.
Possible, and I could get my story out there. So I feel like now I could let it go.
To give you some context, Pete Davidson was always a big fan of Kanye West, and their beef only started after Pete got involved with Kim. Back in December 2018, Pete even publicly defended Kanye after Kanye shared a series of tweets about his mental health and accused Drake of threatening and bullying him. Kanye first insinuated that Drake was behind the attack on Pusha T that took place in November 2018 at Pusha's concert in Toronto and left 4 people injured, one of them seriously. Had run on stage at Pusha's concert is in critical condition, Kanye tweeted, before calling out Drake for making fun of Kid Cudi's mental health. Drake was previously accused of throwing shots at Kid Cudi and making fun of his struggles with addiction and depression on the track Two Birds, One Stone. And Kanye claimed that when Cudi was in the hospital, Drake sent shots. Kanye then accused Drake of being a bully and tweeted, "You pick on people with mental health issues." And that's when Pete decided to join the conversation, and he publicly defended Kanye for standing up for himself and speaking out on such an important issue. Bravo, Kanye West, for standing up for yourself and speaking out against mental health, Pete wrote. I can't explain to you enough how difficult and scary it is to be honest about stuff like this. We need people like Kanye. No one should ever point fingers at you for your bravery in speaking about mental health. I'm seriously disgusted. Pete and Kanye continue to be on good terms, and in January 2019, Pete joined Kanye, Kim, Kid Cudi, and Timothée Chalamet for a dinner on Cudi's birthday, and Pete later joked about being stuck with the bill.
And I'm texting my touring agent. I'm like, yo, you gotta book more shows. Getting real over here. So then, the waiter comes and Kanye's like, what would you like to order, Kanye? And he goes, I want that stuff that's not even on the menu, that crazy stuff. So I was like, oh my God, the crazy stuff.
However, after Pete started dating Kim in October 2021, 8 months after Kim filed for divorce from Kanye, Kanye started going after Pete. In January 2022, Kanye dropped his track Easy, which features the lyrics, "God saved me from the crash just so I can be Pete Davidson's ex." And then in March, Kanye shared the music video for Easy, which showed Kanye kidnapping, burying alive, and decapitating a claymation version of Pete. However, Pete didn't take any of this seriously, and he apparently thought the video was hysterical. One source close to Pete told ET at the time, he finds the fact that Kanye included a cartoon version of him in his music video hysterical. He is almost flattered by it all because it's so ridiculous to him. But then Kanye started accusing Kim of keeping him away from his kids, and he even claimed that Kim's security stopped him from visiting his daughter North at Kim's home because Pete was there. And this is when fans started speculating that Kim was using her relationship with Pete to antagonize Kanye. And then in February 2022, the beef took another bizarre turn when Kanye started throwing major shots at Pete on Instagram. He first shared a Photoshop version of the poster for Captain America's Civil War, showing Kanye, Drake, Julia Fox, Travis Scott, and Future against Pete, Kim, Kid Cudi, Billie Eilish, and Taylor Swift. And around this time, Kanye also started referring to Pete as Skeet. And in March 2022, Pete decided to retaliate retaliate by taunting Kanye about being in bed with his wife. The text exchange between Pete and Kanye leaked online, showing that Pete reached out to Kanye to defend Kim after Kanye exposed Kim of keeping his kids away from him. Kim is literally the best mother I've ever met. What she does for those kids is amazing, and you're so effing lucky that she's your kid's mom. And after Kanye checked Pete for using profanity and asked him where he was, Pete took it to the next level and texted Kanye a photo of him in bed, writing, "In bed with your wife." However, Pete then seemingly tried to get serious, and he suggested to Kanye they should meet in person and talk man to man. "Let me help you, man," Pete wrote. "I struggle with mental stuff too. It's not an easy journey. You don't have to feel this way anymore. There's no shame in having a little help. You'll be so happy and at peace." This change of tone in Pete's message led some fans to speculate that Kim egged Pete on to text Kanye about being in bed with her. However, Pete later changed his mind and genuinely tried to help Kanye. Either way, ever since Kim and Pete broke up in August 2022, Pete and Kanye have stopped going after each other's throats, and it seems like both men are doing much better now that they've distanced themselves from Kim and the Kardashians. Not only are Pete and Kanye in a better place mentally, but they've also moved on in their romantic life. Kanye got married in secret to Yeezy designer Bianca Censori, while Pete is currently dating his co-star Chase Sweet. Pete and Chase started dating in December 2022, and one source close to Pete recently told Page Six that the relationship is getting serious. But that's not all. Now that Pete has distanced himself from Kim and the Kardashians, he reportedly feels terrible about going after Kanye, and he allegedly realized that Kim was the one pushing the beef to ruin Kanye and make him look crazy. According to sources from Pete's inner circle, Pete regrets getting involved in a feud with Kanye because of Kim, and he feels lucky that he barely escaped falling victim to the Kardashian curse. A source close to Pete recently spoke to Radar Online and said that the more Pete reflects on what he went through with Kim, the more he wants to pinch himself and ask what the hell he was thinking. The insider added his swagger was gone, and he's seriously worried he'd become a long-term victim of the Kardashian curse. Now, as for fans, they're now dragging Kim for thinking she could use Pete to get back at Kanye because the whole thing backfired on her. Fans are saying it's clear that Pete and Kanye are doing amazing things without Kim, while she and her family are slowly but surely losing their relevancy. Kanye took Kim seriously enough to marry her. Kim then made the mistake of thinking other men would too, one fan said. "You messed up and played yourself, Kim. Admit it," shaking my head. And another person added, "She's big time mad because both of her exes have upgraded and she's stuck." But how do you feel about Pete's comments on dating Kim? Do you think that Kim used Pete to get back at Kanye? And did it all really backfire on her? Let us know in the comments. And if you like this video, do not miss out on this next one.